A scar on the earth. The Chernobyl meltdown. This catastrophic event left an indelible mark on history, forever changing our understanding of nuclear power and its potential dangers. The year was 1986. On April 26th, the world witnessed one of the most devastating nuclear disasters ever recorded. The world watched in horror as news of the explosion spread. Television screens across the globe broadcasted the grim reality of the unfolding disaster. A nuclear power plant in Soviet Ukraine became a synonym for disaster. Chernobyl. The name itself evokes images of destruction and despair. Reactor number 4 had exploded. The force of the blast was so immense that it blew the roof off the reactor building. It spewed radiation into the atmosphere. The invisible, deadly particles began to spread, carried by the wind. A plume of invisible death drifted across Europe. Countries far and wide detected elevated radiation levels, causing widespread panic and fear. The immediate vicinity became a ghost town. Pripyat, once a thriving city, was now eerily silent. Pripyat, once a bustling city of 50,000, was evacuated. Families left their homes, not knowing if they would ever return. Left to the elements, it became a haunting reminder of the disaster. Nature began to reclaim the city, with overgrown vegetation and decaying buildings. But the true horror of Chernobyl was not just above ground. The devastation extended deep below the surface. Below the wreckage of Reactor 4 lay a labyrinth. These tunnels were crucial for the plant's operations. Maintenance tunnels snaked through the earth. They were essential for accessing various parts of the reactor. They were dark and damp. The conditions were treacherous, with water seeping through the walls. They were filled with unknown dangers. The risk of radiation exposure was ever present, and the structural integrity of the tunnels was compromised. Soviet officials knew they had to investigate. The situation demanded immediate action to prevent further catastrophe. They sent in teams of engineers and soldiers. These brave individuals ventured into the unknown, risking their lives to contain the disaster. What they found in those tunnels would stay with them forever. The haunting memories of Chernobyl's dark underbelly would never fade. Vanished without a trace. The workers were last seen entering the old industrial site, a place long forgotten by time. The missing workers. Days turned into weeks. Families waited anxiously, hoping for any news, but none came. The initial exploration teams ventured further into the labyrinth. They mapped out the dark, winding tunnels, hoping to find clues. Then, the reports stopped coming. Communication with the team of 3 went dark. No distress calls, no explanations, silence. It was as if they had vanished into thin air. Rescue teams were sent in. They combed through the tunnels, calling out names, but the fate of the missing workers remained a mystery. Their disappearance sent chills down the spines of those still willing to enter the tunnels. The fear was palpable, and the air grew colder with each step. The disappearances fueled rumors. Whispers traveled through the ranks. Some said the tunnels were cursed. Others spoke of strange noises and shadows. Something was down there, something not of this world. The stories grew wilder, each more terrifying than the last. The disappearances were too clean, too precise. It was as if they had been plucked from existence without a trace. The mystery deepened. The tunnels held their secrets close, and those who dared to enter knew they might never return. Empty suit, unseen terror, the creature's signature. Then came a shocking discovery. An empty hazmat suit lay abandoned in a far-reaching tunnel. It was undisturbed, as if carefully placed by someone. The dosimeter readings were off the charts, extremely high. But there was no body inside the suit, no trace of a struggle. Fear turned to terror. The workers knew something had taken the man inside the suit, something that could bypass their protective gear completely. They had stumbled upon evidence of something unimaginable, something monstrous. They called it Cherny Zver, the Black Beast.